Okay, let's get started.
Ghosts are real. That much I know.
Hey horror freaks, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. If this is the first time here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get a notification every single time that I post a video, and I post every single week. So you can see from the title, today's video is going to be my full review with spoilers of My Bloody Valentine 3D of 2009. I decided to go with this one since we are starting on February, and there's no better way to start than with a Valentine's Day horror movie. Now, as always, all my reviews are with spoilers. Unfortunately, if you don't want them, this is not the video for you since I will not be doing a spoiler-free review. Saying all that in a disclaimer, let's get into the video. Now, My Bloody Valentine follows Tom returns to his hometown on the 10th anniversary of the Valentine's Night massacre that claimed the life of 22 people. Instead of a homecoming, Tom finds himself suspect of committing the murders, and it seems like his old flame is the only one that believes he's innocent. Now, Tom is portrayed by Jensen Ackles, so probably you will recognize by series like Supernatural or The Boys more recent. Now, to give a brief summary of the story, we have Tom, his girlfriend Sarah, and their friends Alex and Irene. Now, the film opens on Valentine's Day in 1997, where 7 miners got stuck into some mines because Tom, that is the son's owner, basically didn't do his job right. And he put the workers in danger, and as consequences, they got stuck. Now, of this group, only one survived, and is Harry Warden. But he ended up in a coma, and he has been in a coma for a whole year. And on Valentine's Day of 1998, he finally wakes up. But during the time that he was in a coma, it was proven that he actually killed the others just to save oxygen. So he wasn't the only survivor. Now, when he wakes up in the hospital, he starts a killing spree and a massacre, and he ends up in the mines where we have Tom, Sarah, Irene, and Alex because there's a party. Basically, they leave Tom behind because Harry reappears and starts killing people, and he's about to kill Tom when the sheriff appears and shoots Harry. So basically, Harry is dead, but their friends left Tom behind, so he leaves. And for 10 years, he does not return to town until he's basically forced to return during Valentine's Day because his father is dead and he wants to sell the mine. Of course, no one is happy, but the thing is that at the right moment that Tom reappears in town, Harry Warden also reappears. And since no one is believing him because he's claiming that he's Harry Warden, and everyone's like, he's dead. What the hell is happening? You're crazy. You are the major suspect. But eventually everyone starts to have some doubts because his corpse is nowhere to be found near his gear, his whole mask, and his work attire, nothing. So Tom is trying to do his work while selling the mine and also trying to not be the suspect. But then we have Sarah, that is now his ex-girlfriend. Of course, he actually got married to Alex, and she still has some things by Tom that's pretty obvious from the very first moment that they see each other once again. But Alex is actually cheating on Sarah. Like, why? Like, seriously, what the hell? Now, Irene is the first one to get killed of this group. She is in a motel, and very coincidence, Tom is staying at the same hotel, and when she gets out of the room because she's fighting with the guy that she was on the room, Harry Warden reappears and kills them both. And at this moment, since this is an information that Alex gets later, since now Alex is the sheriff, this is when he immediately starts suspect of Tom. First, he doesn't like him because he knows that he still has feelings for his wife. But it's like, dude, you are cheating on her. What the hell? Like, do you really care about your wife? Now, his lover also gets killed by Harry. And Tom eventually finds out that he's actually cheating on Sarah. During this time, while Harry Warden is killing everybody, that includes also the maid of Alex and Sarah, and basically the people who kill Harry Warden, like the man that were in charge at the moment, he kills him. Now we have Sarah, Alex, and Tom returning to the mine because Harry attacks Sarah and Alex's lover on the grocery store. He kills the lover, but Sarah is able to escape, and Tom goes to the hospital and is like, Alex is the killer. You need to leave with me now. She believes him. But when she's in the car, this is when the plot twist kind of happens and everything starts to make sense. Alex calls Sarah and tells her, do not trust Tom. He has been in a mental institution for the last 7 years of the 10 that he was away. 7 he spent on a mental institution. That's a huge red flag right there. Like, if you don't need any other signal that this man could be the actual killer, that's it. So she crashes the car, she leaves, she gets to the mine. He goes behind her. At the same time, Alex arrives and also Harry. Now we have Tom, Alex, and Sarah with a gun, and Alex is telling her, shoot us both. If you think we are both the killers, shoot us both. And then we have Tom like, no, you have to kill him, not me. And this is when Harry appears from behind Sarah. We have Tom screaming at her, turn around, kill him. But this is the kicker. Harry passed through Tom because he's a ghost. Harry Warden has indeed been dead all this time. Basically what happened was that Tom, he got so traumatized by this massacre and he's almost dead by Harry that he created this side personality. And he will black out and will become Harry Warden, and he will be the killer. So he's the one that did it all, but he didn't realize until this moment. So he wasn't that crazy. Now Sarah, she shoots some gas tanks and he basically explodes into the inside of the mine. Well, we don't see the corpse, we only see him like jumping all the explosion. But Alex and Sarah are able to leave, and at the last moment we have some rescue workers getting into the mine. And then we have all the same workers on the outside. Sarah and Alex are like so happy that they are fine and that they're alive. And we have the workers. One of the workers is getting too far of the others. He takes off his mask and it's Tom. He survived and he leaves. And that's how the film ends. Now, into the things that I like and dislike about this film. One of the things that I like it is the change of the story, because if you have seen the original, it's very easy to notice the changes in the story, in the town, the motives, everything. But the essence of the killer being traumatized by him in the past, there's some different changes there and there, but at least the costumes are identical. And I really like it. Like, for me, I think there's a pretty creepy but also cool costume. Have the mask and we have the whole attire, but I think that works pretty well because that's creepy as hell. So for being a slasher, it's pretty generic. It goes into the formula. It's also 2009. We know that these types of 2000s horror films, they are very particular. I really like the soundtrack. The songs that they use, I think that they are very good. Something that makes me enjoy films of these years are that, for give an example, House of Wax soundtrack, it's amazing. I found so many bands in that soundtrack. Like, I love these films in this period because of course it was the music that was trendy basically. So I think that works perfectly. And in general, I really like the story. Like, I really feel that works. It's different but not so different. But at the same time, it does not go that far off the slasher formula, but brings new things to my Bloody Valentine thing. So I think that is pretty good. Now, into the things I dislike. Something that I have said before in this channel is that I do not like 3D effects in horror. I really believe that 3D effects in horror, they look cheap. They look awful and they take away any sense of realism. Seriously, there is nothing that could take me off so hard and so fast of a horror film that watching CGI and 3D gore or blood. Like, for example, there's a scene where an eye is like all the way, he's pushed from the back of the head all the way to the front and looks so damn fake. And you could be thinking, but I mean, that's not real. Yeah, I know that it's not real, but We have practical effects for that. Makeup exists for a reason because they can make it look real. Like we have seen it done better. To give an example of how bad this can be in movies, Final Destination 4, the whole film, all the effects and the gore, even the visions, they are all made through CGI and 3D. It's awful. In my opinion, that's what makes the film so damn bad. It's not the story or the acting, like, no, it's the CGI. So in this is the same. For many, this film is cheesy as hell, and it is. But I don't mind. So for me, that's not a bad thing. But for me, the biggest thing that I don't like about this one is the goddamn CGI. Because seriously, it takes away so damn much. I would have preferred to watch this one like the original, like just practical effects. CGI, just the minimal. Just like the bare minimum. You don't need to make it the whole point of the film because it's literally called My Bloody Valentine 3D. I don't know who the hell was the person that thought that that was a good idea, at least in horror, because 3D can work. It can definitely work. I mean, I remember when every single film was coming out in 3D. I was struggling because watching 3D stuff with glasses is not easy. But in horror, I just hate it. Like for me, I just hate it. The second thing would be the acting. Jason Ackles, I don't know. I mean, I like him in Supernatural, but I don't know what happened here. And also the rest of the cast. Like, they are actors with previous experience in movies. Like, they aren't acting for the very first time, so I don't know what happened. For me, the acting, it was pretty average, but definitely takes away. Like, for a better example, we have the chasing scene of Sarah and Alex Lover that turns to be Sarah's friend and co-worker. When they are on the grocery store, we have Sarah and her running, right? And the girl is running, but so exaggerated, like she's doing it over the top and it looks so ridiculous. And closely attention to that, and I was like, honey, why? Like, you can tone it down a little bit. So definitely that was probably the biggest issue in the 3D, but for the rest, I really like the film. But well, I will give this film 3 out of 5 and 6 out of 10. Like, I do really like it, but this is something that I have said before. I like to be honest. Like, just because I like a film, that doesn't mean that it's excellent and a masterpiece and that I should just give it a 10 out of 10. Like, I'm trying to be real. I want to be as real as possible. I'm not going to tell you that this one is a 10 out of 10 because obviously it's not. But I still like it. But I think that this has been all. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have ever watched this one or the one from the 80s. Which one do you prefer? Tomorrow, we're going to have my list of the horror movies that will be released this month. We have good things coming this month. We have pretty good films. Although we have Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. And that one was actually released already in Mexico. And I was seeing some TikToks about people talking about it. A part of me wants to watch it. A part of me is like, nah, this is going to be bad. But I know. But I want to watch it to see how bad it is. But besides that one, we have pretty good ones coming. And also this Friday, I'm going to have my Infinity Pool review since it's being released February 2nd and where I live. That is Puerto Rico, in case that you didn't know that. Or, yeah, the accent does, because I speak Spanish. Like English, of course, is not my first language. So I'm going to be able to finally see Infinity Pool. So my review will be coming on Friday. But well, this has been all. And I'm going to see you guys on my next video. Bye.
It's real. That much I know.